Yeah, because this
There
was
was
not a
just so
good.
much wrong with this, and it's
Yeah.
funny. They moved. We're gonna get to this because you know what? I have to
Yes,
talk about this.
because now we have half an hour to get through our predictions. You want to get into the predictions?
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I'm sure this has to do. Yeah, it'll all fall in the same ballpark. So
Yeah.
kick it off, Maestro.
Okay. So we got the pre-show going on, and we got the battle royal, the Andre the Giant battle royal memorial.
Yes.
Okay, I think we're gonna see a surprise, and we're gonna get a face to win this time around. I'm kind of hoping. I think everybody's saying Braun Strowman, Braun Strowman, Braun Strowman, but I'm thinking we're gonna get a face. I think we're
Well,
overdue for a
I remember I was saying Braun Strowman before too, but I think it's going to Sammy, to be honest with you.
I wasn't gonna say Sammy, but I could see him. I think. Hold on, hold on. I'm sorry. I'm just seeing this picture real quick. The ST Women's Title match on WWE's website has removed the kickoff match that was previously listed next to the championship match, potentially putting it on the main card. Holy shit! Yeah, dude, the
Where'd you
women's
see
match
that?
is gonna be on the main card potentially.
I'm not going to believe that till I see it. But they said, I guess on the website or whatever, they took the kickoff thing off of it.
Yeah, they removed the kickoff match, so that potentially means they could be putting it back on the
The
main
main
card.
ro
I'm so
they
happy.
should.
That you know what? That and Austin Aries deserves it because
Yep.
you know what? I'm gonna I wanted to get into this, but I saw that you wanted to talk about the main card. So, you know what? I'm sorry.
No,
We're
no,
gonna
we
keep
we can
going
talk
to.
about pre-show too. I was including that. Yeah.
No, I mean, because I meant like the concert stuff, but
Oh, we don't have to talk about that crap.
well, I mean like the fact that the two matches were taken
Oh,
off
we're
because
cut because of the
yeah,
concert.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
so
that's complete BS, dude.
my
Going to
issue,
WrestleMania or
yeah,
watching WrestleMania for WrestleMania.
yeah. And there was so much wrong with this. And look, the damage was done. And here's the thing, I didn't even think this was going to happen. I genuinely tweeted this thinking, you know what, this trend is not going to change anything. And here we are, lo and behold, the women's match may possibly be going on the main card. And I'm tweeting this as I'm, speaking right now. Uh
I want to research this more before I get more excited because I do not want to be heartbroken. Because the first time I saw that, I was just like, you've got to be joking me. A kickoff match? And here's my problem with it, people. Kickoff matches, there's usually barely anyone in the arena. And
yeah.
these women have worked so hard this past year,
And they've,
and
you
they
know,
deserve to perform in front of a full house. It's almost robbing them of their WrestleMania moment. Yeah, they're
yeah.
still on the card, but they're not performing in front of even a quarter of the
Yeah.
audience that will be there by the time the main show starts. You know, the Battle Royal, yeah, that makes sense for the pre-show. Have it at the end when there's more people in there. But still, it's just not that many people. I've seen so many pre-shows. I'm like, damn, that stadium's still empty.
Bella. Yeah.
And
I
these guys and gals, they bust their behinds a whole year for this, so give them their due respect.
yeah, and you know what? It's just it's so amazing to me. It's like I thought about this and I'm like I don't know. It's just I don't know. It's what was I trying to say here? Because I was trying to go somewhere with this, but fuck.
Like I said, I'm not going to get that excited until I have some confirmation. I don't want to be heartbroken again.
Yeah, but you know what? I'm gonna tweet it anyway. And I don't care. I'm just gonna tweet it, and
Just wait it.
yeah, because I'm just excited at the moment. But look, my issue with this was that you're literally cutting one of the matches that do have a lot of people interest at heart. Hell, even Austin Aries, coming back, that does have a lot of people interest at heart. Even though, he didn't come out to like the greatest reaction for the past 2 weeks. There are people saying that this match could potentially steal the
It's probably
show.
gonna steal the. A lot of people are saying that.
Yeah, so it's like, you know, it's so hard to, argue that when you got two of the best cruiserweights in the world, Neville and Austin Aries, and, you know, hell, if you're going to cut two matches and put them on a pre-show, I would have figured that. But cut the matches that don't even have any, any sense of momentum.
Exactly.
The Raw tag titles didn't have any momentum whatsoever going into this.
Throw that on the pre-show.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
then you got Dean Ambrose and Baron freaking Corbin with their bull crap. And
Who probably has, throw them on the pre-show. I mean, they've had tag team title matches on pre-shows before.
as much as I love Baron Corbin and, and Dean Ambrose, they could have easily been the pre-show and nobody would have complained. Nobody would have even found it surprising, to be honest with you.
I complained about it. I'm like, oh, all right, kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Battle Royal makes sense. I said that a few podcasts ago, like that. The Battle Royal should be on the pre-show. That shouldn't take up any time on the main card because no one really is into it anyways.
Yeah.
It's not like it's the Royal Rumble. The Battle Royal starts off a big clusterfuck, so you really don't even know what's going on until it dies down to like 10 guys.
Yeah. And it's just like, well, yeah, there's just none I could, there's, I don't have anything more to say. Austin Aries, actually, he also made some news. The Britain tagged us on a post on Instagram. You saw it.
I read
did.
that. Yeah.
He weighed on his situation, and I'm going to repeat I can't speak today. All of a sudden I'm Kalisto now with my speaking abilities. Give me a minute. Can you hear me, Eddie?
Yep, I can still hear you.
Okay, cool. Just give me a minute. Okay, so Austin Aries gave a reaction to what people were saying about him being on the pre-show. And I think, some people deserve to hear what he had to say, and I figured, what kind of journalist would I be if I would not, weigh in on this situation and give my response to what he said. So, and I quote, here goes. Seeing a lot of passionate opinions about my at WWE Cruiserweight title match being announced for the hashtag Wrestlemania pre-show. Here's mine. I'm never, quote-unquote, relegated to anything. I'm just who you add to things you need elevated. And he put elevated in all caps. So, hashtag WrestleMania pre-show is now must-see. Hashtag the elevator. Now, I thought it was very well put. I think it was a good way. It was a good little insight. Now whether
he's
he
some positive spirits about it.
Yeah. Now whether he
or
actually
at least seems to be.
Yeah. Now whether he actually believes it or not, I'm sure he probably does. I get it. I get why he said what he said. It was mainly to calm down, some of the wrestling fans like you and I. And I think in his position, that was the smartest way to go. I haven't seen too many superstars give a response like that. So kudos to Austin Aries for giving a response the way he did. I think personally, I'll stick to my opinion that it is a slap in the face to the wrestlers. That
Yeah, I'm gonna stick to my opinion on the same thing too, man. It is a slap in the face. However, I'll lighten up a little bit. I mean, if Austin Aries is happy, then I'm happy.
Yeah.
Then.
And I think again, like, it is a slap in the face because you know what? I can understand being put on the pre-show. Every wrestler does it at some point, but but the thing is, you're getting put on the pre-show for a very bad reason, and that's because you're gonna have a celebrity come out and play a song, and that's ridiculous. Like that's ridiculous. That's the thing to me
Thank
that
you.
that frustrates me as a fan. That's when you're actually taking away minutes from a wrestling
Oh,
match.
from wrestlers, yeah.
Yeah, and you can complain about part timers all you want, but geez, this is bad, and this is a
And
bad
the way I
reason
look
to.
at it, if these people wanted to go to a concert, they would have bought tickets to a Pitbull or Flow Rider concert.
Yeah, and then here's
If
the
I wanted
funny
to
thing.
watch a concert, I would pull it up on YouTube or something. I'm watching WrestleMania. I want to see wrestling.
Yeah, and here's the funny thing. I don't know one wrestling fan who goes, "Hey, I want to pay my money to watch Pitbull and Flow Rider." And again, no disrespect to them.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
don't want to. I want to see them embarrass themselves by performing their music and coming out to no reaction whatsoever. And
Thank you.
as much as I'm a fan of Pitbull, as much as I'm a fan of Flow Rider, they're not going to come out to any reaction.
Actually,
No celebrity typically.
I think they are
No celebrity
a
typically
negative
does.
reaction.
Yeah, I
No,
don't see
I
them
think they
getting
will
booed.
come out to a negative reaction.
I don't see them coming out getting booed out the building. But generally put, they're like celebrities ever performing. They're always usually like awkwardly silent around these things, if not
Well, I'm actually
always.
predicting the opposite this time. Fans are going to go in on this concert. I think we're going to hear chants supporting the wrestlers that got bumped down because of this. I can hear "We Want Wrestling" chant going on throughout the concert. I hope it happens.
I hope so too, personally. Because I mean,
Because then
look,
these higher ups will know we don't want this garbage on our pay-per-views. We're watching this for wrestling,
yeah,
not a
and
concert.
look, they're trying to make it as mainstream as possible. They're trying to make WrestleMania as mainstream as possible. Look, what's done is done, and I can understand that. You want to make it mainstream and target it toward a mainstream audience, but I think it's ridiculous that you know, um, you're gonna add what? Let's say, um, you're gonna take away from your stars. You're gonna take away minutes from your stars for a stupid reason like that. Like, you don't have to make everything mainstream. And the fact is, WrestleMania, it should be kind of targeted towards your core fan base. But the
Yeah.
more I see Ultimate Thrill Ride being thrown around, and the more I see that Pitbull and um, Flow Rider and whoever the two artists are following them, it's like it repels me away as a wrestling fan. And I think the fact is that we're gonna get women's wrestling. We're gonna get them having a match. We're gonna get Um, hopefully we will also see Austin Aries get put on the main card too. Hopefully, not saying it will, but hopefully.
I might be asking for too much at this point. If we get the women, let's just take that
Yeah,
victory and be happy.
I'll be happy with that. No one ever said I'm not. I'm just saying,
Same here,
hopefully.
but
I'm just gonna
I still,
say wink, wink.
well, I still don't even 100% buy into it yet. Like I
See,
said, I'm at the
uh, yeah. But yeah, I think personally it's again kind of a slap in the face. I but I'm glad it took. I'm glad we as wrestling fans spoke up enough for this change to happen. Um,
they talk about a women's revolution, and then it's like, oh, let's kick them off the main card. It's
yeah,
like, no. I read someone made a good point. Had it been Sasha and Charlotte on SmackDown, it wouldn't have been bumped down. Like, and the world does not women's roster, the Raw women's roster, who has the weaker roster, in my opinion, right now. I'm sorry, they just do.
You think SmackDown has the weaker roster?
No, I think Raw does.
In terms of what? In terms of storylines or what?
I think in terms of storylines and overall representation, with
Okay.
Raw we see the same women, but pretty much one main storyline, not
Well,
showcasing the other women. But
to be
whereas on
fair,
SmackDown,
to be
all the
fair,
women are involved in the story.
to be fair, and I saw a comment on YouTube yesterday where I had to respond. So, look, you have about 6 women on the Raw roster. On top of that, 2 of them are injured, and you know their fourth person is technically being on WrestleMania, but I don't. But again, she doesn't have her own storyline. She doesn't even have her own character entirely there. And I think it's not so much the women more or the representation. It's just the creative team, with a lack of represent. Ah, okay. I could have sworn I said this better, but yeah, I think revolving it around those 2 women is a pretty bad thing. But to be fair, again, they've been representing their wrestlers really really well, or technically they are representing all their wrestlers by putting them all in a WrestleMania match, excluding the ones that are injured. The only one that they aren't doing too much with are Dana Brooke and Emma, which is really sad to see.
Yeah, yeah, no
And
kidding.
yeah,
Well, I guess me personally, I just enjoy the SmackDown women's roster a lot better.
oh no, I totally agree with
Um,
you there. Is
I think they kill it. Like I was so happy to see 3 women's matches in one pay-per-view. Like that's unheard of. You know,
yeah,
watching it SmackDown every week, all these women are embroiled in a storyline with each other in some way or another.
yeah,
It was just recently all their paths just started to cross because of the title match. And they're all talented. Like I go back to Carmella, still needs some room for improvement.
yeah,
Alexa Bliss is getting there. The rest, they're doing good. You know,
yeah,
they're doing good.
yeah,
And I just think it would be unfair not to have the SmackDown women represented on the main show.
yeah,
SmackDown's women's division needs to be represented just like Raw's on the main show, not one or the other.
yeah. I gotta agree with you there. So, speaking of the women's division on SmackDown, who do you think is gonna win this? Gracias. Who do you think is gonna win this thing, this match?
Naomi.
Yeah, I gotta agree. I would pull for Natalia. I would pull for Becky, but I think that would be the wrong decision.
I would
Um,
pull for any to walk out champion. I think it'd be fun, except for Carmella. But
yeah.
um, only her skills aren't there yet, man. But
Mhm.
um, Naomi deserves it. You know, I didn't want to see her title reign get cut so short. Get back at Chamber.
Yeah.
I want her to win it in front of her hometown and have a solid reign. This is a woman that deserves it a lot.
Yeah.
And that's not saying some of the other women don't, but I think it'd be fun seeing Naomi as champ. I think she'll give her some stellar matches.
Yeah.
Athletic, she's really good at what she does. So
I think she certainly
I want
deserves it.
Naomi to win, and I think she will win.
I think out of everyone, she's one of the most deserving. Um, like people talk about how everyone deserves it. I think Naomi legitimately does deserve it because
Yeah,
Naomi, she's busted her ass for so long, and then only to have her moment taken away from her. It's similar to the Becky Lynch thing. Not her momentum was taken away, but her reign, her time in the sun was taken away, and
right.
it's a shame. So I think this company, if they're smart enough, they'll capitalize on that and make Naomi win it because again, that's the right thing to do. Forget smart decision. That's
Exactly.
the right
It's
thing to
the
do.
right thing. Right and smart, actually.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I am predicting we're all going to feel the glow this
Mhm.
Sunday.
Mhm. I agree. Geez, I need to stop eating while I'm podcasting. Sorry. Okay. I think that's the right thing to do because Naomi again, she needs to show what she can do.
Exactly.
Um, yeah. So what's the next match? We got Austin Aries versus Neville.
Yep, I am predicting Neville
Sí, por favor.
retaining
Sí,
his
mucho.
championship.
Sí, mucho. Gracias. Sorry, go on.
No worries. I said I'm predicting Neville to
Neville.
retain his championship. Yep.
Okay. Care to go into why?
Um, I still think they're building up as king of the cruiserweights. He's kind of proven it, but he hasn't been champion that long,
Hmm.
especially with all this hype going on behind his new gimmick. And
Hmm.
I think a lot of people are also expecting Austin Aries to win, which I can
Hmm.
see it. But I think it should stay on Neville, and I kind of think it will, just almost for that shock value too. And I think they can. I think Neville is a strong champion for the cruiserweight division right now, so I think it'd be a good idea to keep it on him for a little bit while longer at least.
I am going to play my neutral card here.
All
And
right.
I'm just going to say I don't know who to go for. I play this card every now and again when I'm truly stumped on who to pick. And I'm truly stumped on who to pick here because I could see either of these two men going out here, and I wouldn't have a problem with either of these two men going out the winner.
Oh yeah. I
Um,
mean, if Aries won, I'd be happy with it too. I just have a feeling Neville's gonna retain it.
yeah, because like, look, like you said, Neville's reign hasn't been that long, but at the same time, Aries is, he's Austin
He's
Aries.
on fire right now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
and
is.
he's Austin
So
Aries.
yeah, so it's like it's so hard to really make an effective, solid decision following this entire build. So I'm personally just gonna pull for this match to have a really good one. That's
Yeah.
really all I could predict out of this whole thing. I really can't predict an outcome for you. All right.
I'll
So
still hold with Neville. That'll be my prediction.
all
And I
right.
guess what? The last match on the pre-show
Yeah.
is the Battle Royal.
So that's pretty much
So
your
let's choose one from each roster, I guess, that we think will walk out
which one, the
the
battle royal?
winner.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. For Raw, I'm still sticking with Sami Zayn.
Okay.
Um, for
SmackDown?
SmackDown, Dolph Ziggler.
Okay. Do you care to add a wild card pick?
Wild card pick.
Yeah,
Um,
my friend, my old WrestleBase partner, he would do this whenever he comes to my house, and we predict multi-man matches. He always uses a wild card pick, so just whoever you wouldn't expect normally to win. You know,
my wild card is Mojo Rawley.
Mojo Rawley. Oh, good.
Yep.
Okay. Joy, joy, joy. Okay, so for me, so for Raw, I guess I'm gonna have to say Sammy. I could see him being kind of the face to pull this off.
Mm-hmm.
For SmackDown, that's tough. I don't know. I think it would be kind of cool to see a little guy win this whole thing. And for SmackDown, I'll pick Chad Gable. He's kind of a small guy, and he's kind of got that face of that people can get behind. So
Ah!
I think, yeah, I should have picked him as my wild card, but I
I was
already
gonna say
have.
that sounds more like a card, but that's all right.
Yeah, I have a wild card reserved already, and that's Tyler
And
Breeze.
all
So,
right, I had a
you know.
feeling. I thought you were gonna say Tyler Breeze is your pick, but okay.
Yeah.
All
Ahorita voy,
right.
ahorita voy. Man, ahorita voy. Oh my god. Sorry, go on. Yeah, I'm a big Tyler Breeze fan, so, had to
There you
include him
go.
in there somewhere. So,
So next we have
oh
the
my
Raw
god.
Tag Team Championship ladder match. The Club, Enzo and Cass, Cesaro and Sheamus.
Um,
Um, I'm predicting Gallows and Anderson to keep it.
I don't really care either way. To be perfectly honest with you, I don't. Um, this feud has
Well,
been
if you had to pick a winner.
this feud has been in such the back burner, it's crazy. Look, my head is saying Enzo and Cass, but my heart is saying the club, personally.
Okay.
By the way, what kind of name is it that they have now? The Good Brothers.
Is that what they're actually calling themselves?
Now they are. I'm like,
Oh,
what? The Good Brothers. So,
that sounds like the name of like a company that makes cookies. I don't know. That's weird, but okay.
yeah, I don't, I don't know. It's just, I think of the Good Brothers. I think of like Bill Cosby and like, or you know that portrait where fuck I this is like a pop culture reference and I don't even know who they are. So it's it's Austin. Fuck Austin. It's like like literal brothers who are like adopted, I guess, and they're like in these like sweaters, they're turtlenecks or whatever, and they have like a picture together. You know what I'm talking about?
I think I do.
I'm I'm making I'm being as terribly undescriptive as possible. I'm sorry. Um, I wish I could give you better detail right now,
That is all right.
but that's what I think of. Like these two dudes taking like a family portrait with like their ugly turtleneck sweaters.
I think they should just stick with the club. I'm gonna call them the club,
Yeah,
but the club for the win at the show of shows.
yeah. You already heard my prediction. My heart is saying the club. My head is saying Enzo and Cass. So
All
interpret
right.
that as you will. No. Yeah. Um. Yeah. Okay. What's next?
Next, U.S. title match. Y2J against KO. Well, KO's gonna walk out with it.
It's
I mean,
obvious. It's
yeah, it's for
obvious.
obvious reasons. The whole world knows Jericho's leaving after,
Yeah.
to go tour with Fozzy. So KO. I mean, that's just my explanation there. That's it.
Yeah. So yeah. Obviously, Jericho's gonna leave, so KO's my pick, and yeah. Um,
Next, we have our Raw Women's Championship match, Fatal 4-Way. Are we gonna do a wild card pick for this one since it's multi-person?
sure, why not?
All right.
Um,
Predicting Charlotte to win. My wild card will be Nia Jax.
okay. Well, your prediction is my wild card, so Charlotte's my wild card, and Bailey is my prediction.
All right.
Hmm. Okay. Next.
Next, the It couple versus the It couple.
Cena and Nikki.
John and Nikki versus
That's
the
who I
Miz and
got.
Maurice. I'm predicting Miz and Maurice. You know what? Hold on. I keep forgetting. No, you know what? I'm sticking with Miz and Maurice, actually. I can actually see that happening. I know it's Nikki Bella's retirement match, but I just have this feeling that everyone knows it, or is assuming Miz and Maurice are going to get destroyed, but I see Miz doing something over the top and pulling out the victory in this. So, yeah, I'll pick the It couple.
Well, or I'm sorry. Well, that's always fun to do. Um, like seriously, you got to try that. I made everybody on the Empire Pro Wrestling podcast try that one time. Oh man, that's fun to do.
I'll try it tomorrow, I promise.
Okay. I think since Cena is proposing to Nikki, and I'm just assuming that he is because let's face it, that's the worst kept secret. I think.
Do you think it's still going to happen because everyone...
Yeah, yeah, and Nikki,
Okay.
Nikki, and I gotta feel bad for her for criticizing her because I already have criticized her a lot today, but I mean it respectfully. I'm not saying she's
Right. Oh,
so
yeah,
bad at it, but I think she's gonna try to fake it and act like she didn't know a whole ahead of time. But
Yeah, right.
honestly, she doesn't have that good of acting skills, so you know. I don't see her acting skills taking her that far, but who knows? I think they'll still go with it. Why the hell not?
All right. I almost want to change my prediction, but I'm going to stick with Miz and Maurice.
More power to you.
Yeah, I'll stick with Miz and Maurice. He can still propose after losing.
Well, I mean, yeah. There's no law saying you can't, I guess.
I'm pretty sure Cena and Nikki will go over. I mean, it is her last match. I just kind of want to see something different. I have a feeling it may happen, so.
Plus, it is your
We'll
last
stick with
match. Traditionally, you are supposed to
Yeah.
kind of go on your back anyway.
But
Yeah.
hey, Ric Flair didn't win his retirement match, so.
That's what I'm saying. You're supposed to traditionally go out on your back.
Yeah, you're supposed
Ric
to.
Flair did. Yeah.
Shawn Michaels lost his last match, too.
Yeah, and so did.
So if these two Hall of Famers lose in their retirement matches, it's possible for it to happen with the women. We'll see.
Yeah, possible.
For fun's sake, I'm gonna stick with the it couple.
Okay. So it'll be fun to play a little contrarian here.
Exactly.
Right, what's the next match on the card?
AJ Styles versus Shane O'Mac. Styles is gonna win. I mean,
Yeah, no question.
I saw this coming. No matter what type of match you were gonna put them in, whether it would be some crazy gimmick match or regular match, AJ was walking away with it. I'm pretty sure we'll be entertained one way or another, though.
Yeah. Okay. What's the next match?
The match I'm looking forward to the most on Monday Night Raw. The
Triple H
Game
versus Seth,
Seth
yeah.
freaking Rollins.
Dude, I cannot wait for this match.
My prediction is Triple H.
I'm predicting Seth. I think he truly deserves the redemption here.
Yeah, all right. I feel like you're right. I feel like it'll come. I just don't feel like it's going to come here.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm predicting Triple H. And on top of that, I saw this meme, I guess, on Instagram earlier, and it was good. I'll actually post it in the GCW thing later. But every other WrestleMania, Triple H has won or lost, and this one lands win. So stupid to go off of, but I always thought Triple H was going to take it anyways.
Yeah. Okay. We got Roman Reigns versus Taker next. Am I right?
I am predicting Reigns. I've said that from the beginning.
Look, I guess Undertaker is an old school guy. An old school guy who, I'm sure he believes in the system that, if you're gonna go out on your last match, you go out on your back. I don't doubt for a second that he doesn't believe that. But I think again, you're making a big mistake by not turning Roman and having him go over, and you're trying to make him the face of the company. It's not gonna fly well if you have him win. So I think
Yeah.
I'm hoping that the company realizes that and has Undertaker go over. And sure, it may be his last match, but you know what? I want Roman to succeed, and I don't think this is gonna help him in the long run, especially if you're trying to have him become the face of the company. So.
I don't think he is going to be the face anymore. I think they're finally going to throw in the towel and make him heel. Because they can't be that stupid to know that if they have him beat Undertaker, people are going to love him. He's literally going to be retiring, one of the most beloved wrestlers and characters and people that ever step foot in that ring.
You got to keep in mind with this company, you got to keep in mind, they have not turned him for how many years now?
Like what? I think they're going to. I think they're going to. I mean, I've been paying close attention to like this feud, and I see Reigns going heel slowly, showing some small tendencies. Yeah, so honestly, I think the WWE is finally going to throw in the towel and make this man heel, and I think it's the best thing they could do. They should have done it a long time ago, but yeah, because consider this. There will be only two people who have ever beaten The Undertaker at WrestleMania. From a business standpoint, this is the perfect selling point for a rematch with Reigns and Brock Lesnar at a future pay-per-view or even WrestleMania next year. So it's good hype, and this is me thinking from a business perspective, I honestly think this is it. Undertaker needs to retire. I've told you this, no disrespect to him, but, He's way past his prime.
Mhm.
I think when Undertaker would do Roman good in turning him heel.
Mhm.
I agree with you saying if you're going to try and keep him babyface, it'd be a stupid move, but I don't think they're going to. I think they're throwing in the towel. And I
Okay.
think WrestleMania is the day that Roman Reigns becomes heel. It's
Okay.
going to happen whether the company wants it or not. The guy's going to be the most hated guy in the company. So
It's inevitable.
I'm picking Reigns. Yeah, and I personally, if I were to make the call, I would have Reigns go over.
Okay. Okay, I can respect that decision. All
Yeah.
right. So next we got um pretty much
We
what I'm
got
hoping won't close the show is Goldberg versus Lesnar.
I'm same here. Again, this is an easy one. Uh,
Lesnar.
Brock Lesnar.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's as predictable as the Jericho KO one, especially
If
after us learning that
if they
Goldberg's miserable.
if they seriously have Goldberg pull a clean sweep on Lesnar, on top of that, have him win when you know his contract is expires WrestleMania. This is the stupidest company I've ever met. This is the stupidest company I've ever
Seriously.
seen. Honestly, you know,
Yep.
and I think,
It's. Ugh, God.
yeah,
Can you really see them doing like a really stupid move like that? I don't know. They have done stuff like this before, so like putting
yeah,
the belt on them in the first place. That's neither here or there. Um, yeah, I'm still gonna predict Lesnar. It'd be the best choice for them,
hmm
I guess. Yeah, Lesnar.
at this point, yeah,
But I'm really not looking forward to this match at all. So I mean,
yeah. It's just, it's not gonna be a long match. I mean, how long is it
no.
gonna be? I give it, I give it 3 minutes tops. I don't even see it lasting five. To be perfectly honest with
I'm
you. All right, everybody. That was the podcast for the night. I apologize as to why it cut out right there, but just know that it was going to end there anyway because that was pretty much the last prediction. We did have two after show predictions or after show match recommendations of the week. So Eddie Nigma, he picked I'm trying to remember now. Well, I know my after show prediction or my recommendation of the week, it was Chavo Guerrero versus Rey Mysterio from Lucha Underground season 3. I'm still trying to remember his, and believe me, I will tell you guys. It was, I think, I want to say, it was a WrestleMania match, I believe. Still trying to remember. Ooh, excuse me. Still trying to remember which one. So, yeah, I'll have to give a rain check on that match recommendation of the week. Anyway, guys, have a good night. Thank you. Be safe. Just, thank you for being a part of everything, and keep supporting the show. Support everything. I will be here for all of you. If you guys need to email me, talk about a certain subject or whatever. Same with Eddie Nigma, because we both come from two different eras of wrestling, so we can pretty much cover out, any topic you guys want. Eddie Lynch 16 at gmail.com is the email. EDDYLYNCH16 at gmail.com. Can't get any more clear than that, guys. And we are out. Good night.